Good afternoon, everybody. My video today is going to focus on a very frustrating phenomena I've seen throughout the world. It is extremely frustrating for me, and I know it is for everyone else. Is what is the truth? There's so much misinformation. And I find this is becoming worse and worse and worse. Facebook is littered with stores that aren't even real, ads that aren't even real, people that aren't even real. There's so much unreal news, there's so much unreal truths everywhere. And it's getting absolutely unacceptable. And everybody is getting very frustrated with this specific thing. I know I am. I've seen a trend that has moved in the direction very rapidly of untruths. There always was untruths out there, but now it's just absolutely, the world is plagued with it. How do you even know what the truth is anymore unless you go within your heart? But then that's your own personal truth. But how do you know what is real, what is true? You can actually do research, but who you research? Who's the researcher? Who's the person that's speaking it? Like, what is the truth? I know I did a video recently on a similar topic, but this is not the topic that I'm following. It's just, I find the specific idea of the truth is personalized, but as people don't speak it anymore. It's like not even important to say what the truth is. Nobody wants to even hear the truth. That's the absolutely ridiculous part. Like, people want to become journeyers. They want to become spiritual healers. They want to be able to heal themselves, but they don't want to do anything to do it. It's just things like somebody can snap their fingers and it's completely, everything is gone. No work on your part at all. Whoever says to you that you don't, as a person, have to do anything to heal what is wrong with you is completely lying to you. You do most of the work. Me and people like me are here to guide you into the directions of the truth, of what needs to be done. But it's not an easy feat. It's like I'm not meant to heal every part of you. I'm here to guide you, to show you what needs to be healed within yourself. And I will heal parts of you, but you have to be willing to let those parts go. You have to be willing to work with me to heal yourself. It's interesting when you want something to heal and then you tell the person what the spirits tell them. And this is not just me. It's the whole series of events that bring you to the question to begin with. But then when people hear the question, they're like, no, I don't, that's not true. I don't want to do that. I can't do that. And then they'll look all over the place. And then somebody will say that, yeah, I took that away. It was this with this. It was an alien implant, for instance. Well, you know what? I've never came across a real alien implant. I came across ideas of an implant. Imprints of an implant that usually are put there by yourself. And I'm not saying that nobody ever has these, and there is alien beings that do manipulate the human race. That I'm not stating that. I'm stating that they can't imprint anything on you unless you allow them to. And some version of your subconscious has to agree to it. And I'm not saying people can't be fooled. I'm just saying that people don't want to hear the truth. And there's so many, like I just look at the trends of videos, TV, commercials. Nobody wants the truth. They don't want to know what's going on. They want a buttered up, dumbed down versions of what is real. They want a 5-minute video. Is actually too long now. They want a 10-second video, a 15-second video, and to tell you the in-depth understanding of your soul. A 15-second video. It's interesting because I am guided to do and speak, and that's what I'm to do in my own self. This is why I do it. I do it to help people. I do it to teach people. There's a lot of times I don't gain anything from it, but I do it because I feel drawn to do it. But it's interesting, the world is not wanting to hear the truth, because if they really wanted to hear the truth, they would listen to the people that are speaking the truth. The problem is society is going down a direction that is very fast, very short, very unwise, very little depth understanding of what is really happening. And be honest with you, there's so much BS out there, you don't even know what's real anymore. So I speak my truth. I don't lie. I don't butter anything up. I say what is shown to me. Is that the truth? That's your decision. But the difference between me and other people like me that are speaking the truth, of their own personal truths, is that we're not making it up. We're not, it's actual real things we're talking about. It's real messages that we're receiving. We're not making stuff up to make a profit. It is not like that. But this world is a world of profit. It's a world of manipulation. It's a world of untruths. And it's getting worse. And I could speak about this, but most people don't want to hear it. Most people will never even bother because it's too long. My videos are too long. My videos are this. Spiritual speakers that really speak the truth, the videos are generally long and in depth because you cannot speak on a topic in a sentence. You can have very impactful sentences, but they're only designed to be impactful to a certain point. If you want to discuss a topic, it takes time. If you want to go within yourself, it takes years. A lifetime. Lifetimes. To really become enlightened, so to speak. But what is enlightened? My version of enlightenment is different than somebody else's. So who is right? Who is wrong? If you speak the truth from your heart, that is the truth. If you manipulate the truth and tell people what you think they want to hear, that is a lie. It doesn't mean you have to agree with me. What it is I am speaking my truth. And if everybody spoke their truth, the world would become a much better place. But then there's people out there, they can't hear the truth. You say one thing that offends somebody and they go off on this ridiculous tangent about BS. I'm sick of it. And I know a lot of other people are. But there's people that thrive on it. That if you say one thing wrong, every good thing you've ever done in your whole entire life now is completely pointless. And that one thing that you said that offended one person now becomes the loudest thing in the universe. It's pathetic, actually. I pay very little attention to those things. But there's people out there like me that do this type of work that can't move past those things and end up stop speaking the truth. Because there's dumbasses out there that feel like they have to ridicule individuals, break them down, beat them up, because they have some part of their souls, parts of themselves that feel like they need to do that. They have to fill that hole within their own souls, within their own hearts. There's a lot of miserable people out there. My advice is to never allow those people to bother you, but we know that doesn't work because there's people out there that are really mean and very, like bullies are a perfect example. Most bullies have an underlying issue, an underlying sadness within themselves that they have to hurt other people to fill that gap, which never gets filled. It's like chaos. Chaos is always starving for something, but it doesn't know what it is. So how can it ever be full? It's never going to be full because it doesn't know what it wants. So it's always starving for something. So what it ends up? Destroying everything. And there's nothing left. But it still will destroy nothing. And then it sits there in complete silence with everything destroyed around it. And it's still starving. It's still empty. That is chaos. But that is also a very good interpretation of a lot of souls on this earth that feel like they need to ridicule people, destroy people, beat them down. You don't have to agree with an individual, but if that individual is speaking the truth, what difference does it make to you? If you don't like it, move on to something you do like. And I'm speaking for all the people out there that are wanting to be something. They're wanting to say the truth, but they don't have the strength within themselves. And you could simply say to them, well, if they're like that, they shouldn't be doing it anyway. But that's not how things get fixed. If you encourage people to continue to speak the truth, then they're able to build the confidence up to be able to move past that version or that understanding of that other person. So you get a lot of people that are silenced just as they're trying to grow and expand to make this world a better place. And this has been happening for thousands and thousands of years. The difference is now we're able to speak more, but there's also so many lies out there, it's just absolutely disgusting. There's so many conspiracy theories out there that are based on absolutely zero fact whatsoever. But again, my facts are my facts and your facts are different. But when you are manipulating people just for profit, which a lot of people out there that do spiritual work, that speak in conspiracy theory, aliens, they're not speaking the truth. Most of them are not. There is a few that do, but there's a lot they do not speak the truth. And I'm not ridiculing these people. I am challenging them to speak the truth, not say and produce lies based on profit, because there's people out there that do speak the truth and they know who they are, and the people that don't know who they are. But by speaking lies and manipulating people, all you're doing is stopping the one thing that you truly want within your own heart, is change, is growth, is alien beings that come down to this earth to be able to teach us, to help us grow. But if we continue the manipulation and speaking untruths, that will never change. And it'll always stay the same. So what is it that we can do as a human race to help these people see? Because there's so many people out there that are broken, that are wanting a change, and they get sucked into these conspiracy bullshit that is fucking the world up. And that's the truth. They are doing more damage than they could ever imagine. But they don't care. That's the problem. Is how do you get people to care? How do you get these guys? Is stop listening to the bullshit. But the problem is how do you even know if it's the truth? That's the problem. Is there's so many people out there that speak lies. But how do we know as individuals what those lies are? And that's where things become complicated, things become challenging, is because there's so many people out there that go off and off and off on so many things and so many bullshit lies that you can't get over them. And I know I'm going off in a little bit of a tangent because this is very passionate for me. Because I always speak what I believe is the truth. When I hear things that are such ludicrous, I mean, it's absolutely ludicrous what some people are saying. And you could I've looked into the certain individuals. I've looked into the energy. And they are lying. And they are misleading people because they can. Because people in their minds are stupid enough to fall for it, so they deserve to lose their money. They deserve to be manipulated. But they don't. No human or no alien has the right to manipulate another soul, based, especially if they're doing it on purpose. If you're speaking your truth, and your truth, and some say, is not the truth, it doesn't matter because you're speaking the truth from your heart. And those people are really truly believe in what they're saying. That is not the people that are dangerous. The people that are manipulating are the ones that are dangerous. The ones that aren't really following their heart. And I'm not saying, like, I know you could go on and go off, way off in the left field and say that people that cut up babies and drink blood are okay too. Whatever. I'm not even going to go there. Because is that the truth? Well, I'm not the one to judge that. Because that is not the topic I'm talking about. I really wonder, when I see the direction of the human race, it scares me. Because I have kids. I'm going to have grandkids maybe someday, maybe not. But what future do they have? And what future am I going to come back to, if I ever want to come back to this place? When I see the direction people are actually taking. And that's why I'm doing this video. And that's why I speak my truth. Because I don't want to see a world to crumble. I don't want to see a world to go down and become robots and put implants all over the place and end up being basically living on the internet. Because that's how we're moving. We're moving in direction of being like a robot, hooking ourselves up to machines and living our life, never leaving our homes. It's actually scary. It scares me. It's not that I'm fearful of it. It scares me, the idea that the human race is going to accept this, or is going to allow the world to die and live in a scientific environment. I can't say that, fine, if people want to live that way, great. Go on a friggin' moon. Build a colony on the moon and live in the moon and kill that place. It's already dead. But to destroy a world for your own selfish needs and understanding is not acceptable to me. So the direction of the human race is moving towards a society that is based solely a life that isn't real. A life in cyberspace is how we're moving towards it. We're all moving towards it. You think that you're not, you are. There is people that don't and try their best not to, like, and I'm one of them. But the human race is not just you. 1 million people aren't going to change the world. Unless they become the leaders of the world. And right now, We allow the people that don't care about the world to become the leader of the world leaders of the countries of the world. Anyway, I'm just spewing off a bunch of stuff, and I'm talking about a topic that is really passionate to me. And I see so many people get hurt. So many people that are hurting. And so many people that are really wanting to know the truth. And people say, oh, do research. Yeah, you can do research on a topic. You can have people that are off in the left field, people are off in the right field, and 50 other different versions in between on a very important topic. You think it'd be easy to find the truth. It's not. Don't fool yourself. Because if you live in the States, the truth is going to be different than if you live in Canada, than if you live in Asia, Europe, Africa, South America, Australia. I could go on and start naming the continents and the countries of the world. But realistically, it's extremely concerning to me when I look at what the youth watch. TikTok. Everybody says how great TikTok is. Well, if you have young kids and they watch TikTok, what is that actually doing to them? And I'm not criticizing TikTok. The problem is that people want instantaneous gratification in short bursts constantly. They don't want to watch a detailed message because they just don't want to bother. The respect that used to be ingrained in society is crumbling. The respect that I had for my mother, for my parents, is different than the kids of today. The respect is different. I had an ingrained understanding of respect. And people say, oh, it was because of your father, your mother. It is not that simple. Something is changing in society. And all I can do is speak my truth to the world to try to get people to start listening, to start looking into themselves and try to be the best person they can be. Not a 2-second, 5-second, 15-second gratification, but actually think things out. Have respect for people. And when one thing goes wrong, everybody jumps on a bandwagon. Well, how would every day have that attitude, have that respect, have that strength within yourself every day? Not jump on a bandwagon with millions of other people because one thing happened in the world. And then fade away, and then the next thing happens and you jump on a bandwagon on that to try to satisfy your own inadequacies. None of us are perfect. All we can do is continue to try to be the best that we can be. But are you trying to be the best that you can be? Are you working on yourself? Do you look in the mirror and say, I love that person that I'm looking at. I respect my friends, my family. Do we even know what that means? Do you even know what love means? Love is not sexual love. That actually means, that is like a 1% of what love really is. But it's funny because when you say love, it's a love between a man and a woman. It's nothing to do with the love of the world, the love of nature, the love of your neighbors, love of your family, to love of the universe, to love of yourself. The acceptance of all that. And then I could say, well, you should accept the world for the way it is. That's different. Because when you see something that is at a balance, you should stand up for what you believe in a respectful way. If you disagree with somebody, disagree with them, but don't be belligerent and rude about it. And I know if I've talked to similar topics on this. And some people will listen to this video and understand it, and other people will not. And maybe some people only have a 5%, 1% understanding. It doesn't friggin' matter. What matters is that I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to be the best I can be. And my life is hard. If you think otherwise, you have no idea how hard my life is. Or how hard my life was. It's everybody on earth is going through difficult things of some form. So when you see somebody you think has it easy, maybe they don't. Maybe they do. But until you understand that person and really truly know that person, you have no right to say anything at all about them. And maybe if that was the case, maybe the world wouldn't be a world of gossip, a world of innuendo, our media wouldn't be based on lies. Our governments wouldn't be full of shit. Laughing stocks. It's almost like we put these people up there just to laugh at them, to give something to say, see, this person is ridiculous. Let's put them in as a leader of a country. So we can justify how we truly feel inside. And say that, see, I'm not the only one that feels this way. Anyway, thank you very much for putting up with my spew of whatever. And sometimes I do videos like this, sometimes no videos, and I just do whatever feels right at the time. The one thing it is that COVID has given me is a little more time to do videos. Otherwise, my life was extremely busy. It's not that it's not busy now, but it is different. And the world is different. So what are we going to all learn from all this when we have the time to actually try to change something? So I challenge the world, I challenge you to speak your personal truth and be the best person that you can be. Because that, my friends, is the only way things are going to change. Take care and have a wonderful evening. If you wish to do a journey with me, you can visit my website at amonrossawakening.com. And I have a couple of Northern Light page. I do a lot of things. And I do love art. And I'm a very, very much a visual artist. You can visit my webpages at amonrossawakening.com, which I already said, but that's okay, I'll say it again. You can visit my Northern Light page at Joseph Bradley's Auroras and hiddenaurora spirits.com. Again, thank you everyone, and have a wonderful evening.